I asked you to send me your dumbest redstone ideas. I picked out all of my favorites, so now it's time to build them. Jeffra010 says design and build the slowest flying machine possible without using movable tile entities. So I've gone and made this thing, and to make it as slow as possible, it does this. Yeah, it bounces each minecart up in the air and then it waits for it to land before it pulls the next section of the flying machine along. And so once this falls down, it's finally moved forward 1 block. You have to wait for every single minecart to go up and down for these blocks to move forward by 1. And technically I can make this even slower by just adding more minecarts in the back. But I think this is slow enough. And it also looks really, really stupid as well. Endermars2156 has asked for a machine that brings the grass from the outside to the inside of your house, so you can touch it and don't have to go outside yourself. So here I have a rather ordinary looking house, although it is a bit on the wide side, but ignore that for now. And if we go inside, then the only thing in here is a gaming setup, because that's all you ever need in life as a gamer. You don't need to go outside. The only other thing you'll ever need is this lever right here, which will open up a hole in the floor, and it's going to bring the grass from the outside to the inside. So if for whatever reason we want to touch grass, we don't have to go outside anymore. Now, admittedly, some of the grass did die on the way in, but it'll grow back, it's grass. And when we're all done with the dangerous act of touching grass, we can flip the lever again, and it's gonna hide all of the grass away, and put our filthy gamer floor back. Now, the redstone for this is a complete mess, and I'm kind of ashamed of it, but as long as it works, right? So I just flip this lever, and basically it's just gonna take the floor out and slide new blocks in. That's literally all it does. It just pulls these blocks down, then it pulls them back here, down here, and it just pushes them along in this conveyor belt. And it just keeps going until the floor has been completely swapped out. Just Is says, make the most complex contraption to summon Crafty. Wow, that actually worked. He just gave us a map, and then he picked it back up. Crafty, give me the map. Give me the map. Give me the map. Crafty, give me the map. Oh. He died and took the map with him. Okay, so I've risen Crafty from the dead so I can steal his map. I can't really read this. Do you have anything that's, like, not pixelated? There we go, that's better. Crafty says, make a giant working subscribe button using a map screen. Okay, here's a big map display. Hopefully this is big enough. So here's the maps, and right now they're just bright red. But if I push one of these buttons, and then just give it a second, it says subscribe, which you should totally do. You should subscribe. Yeah, that's a good idea. Papa Benigno 826 says, make a piston door which uses every single redstone component at least once. Daylight sensors and skulk sensors included, and tripwires. Even the crafter and the copper bulb. Look what you've made me do. To use every redstone component in the redstone tab, I've had to make this monstrosity. Before I open this door, I need to spawn in a player because you need that to trigger a shrieker. There's no way around that. So technically, the player is also a redstone component. So when I push the button, it's going to trigger that shrieker, which will go up to this skulk. It will fire an egg into that target block, which then triggers the rest of the door, which is just basically one giant useless machine. And if I want to open the door, I just press the button again. Now, some of you might be wondering, Purple, this isn't every redstone component. Where's the TNT? There it is. Yeah, this door didn't survive that. And if you really want to confirm for yourself that every single redstone component is in this door, then you can get the world download from my Patreon, along with all the other world downloads from this series. It's just a simple way that you can support me. Right Soon says make a piston door that is as big as the number of replies to this comment. So the door would have 27 blocks if there were 27 replies. And then underneath he says, I'm just replying so that the door is at least 1 block. I'll tell you what, Right Soon. Just for you, I'm gonna make a 1x1 piston door. There you go. There's your 1x1 piston door. I hope you like it, but that's as big as it's gonna get. Aidan Blair CE6JX says make a fully functioning redstone torch without using redstone torches, including being able to invert redstone signals. Zerarian has asked for a QR code that can change to different links. So here's a QR code, and I'm gonna need you, the viewer, to help me out. I need you to get out your phone and scan this QR code. Don't worry, it's not a virus or anything. You just need to scan it to make sure it works. I'll hold still for a second so you can scan it. And if you're already watching on your phone, then hopefully there's another phone in the house you can use to scan your screen. Okay, now that you've confirmed that the QR code works, it's time to change it. Now we have a brand new QR code. So once again, if you could just scan it with your phone and make sure it's going to a different link. See, I told you it wasn't a virus. Cytronical says make a clock that's powered by villagers. So here I've got a villager and he's surrounded by 2 zombies, and right now he can't see them. But when I flip this lever, one of the zombies is going to get unblocked, which will then make him run over to the other zombie, which then makes him stand on this pressure plate, and then it swaps the pistons around. So he's just going to keep getting scared back and forth, and as you can see here, it's going to keep counting up. And that's it. That's a villager clock. We don't need redstone to make a clock. We just need to scare a villager into doing exercise. A wandering trader just conveniently spawned next to it. You know what that means? Yes, there we go. Come on, where are you going? Get back here. Yes, come on, get in there. Get in there. There we go. See, now they're working together. Well, we don't really need this guy anymore. We can just torture the wandering trader instead. Hyper Apple has asked for a villager torture device. FunnyVid489 says use your automatic anvil replacement machine, but instead of always giving you a new anvil, it has a 50-50 chance to give you primed TNT. So this is my anvil replacer, and behind it, I've added this little circuit here, which randomly switches between anvils and TNT. So there's a 50-50 chance that the dropper will choose one of the items. If it's a shovel, then it's just going to replace the anvil. But if it chooses the redstone dust, then it's going to shoot some TNT. So I'm just going to simulate the anvil breaking here. So that time it chose to give us an anvil, but maybe the next time we won't be so lucky. Okay, no, we are getting kind of lucky today. I want to show the TNT. It shows 3 anvils in a row. Am I going insane? Is this thing really working? I'm just getting really lucky, but unlucky at the same time. Ah, there. It finally chose the TNT. As you would expect, it blows itself up. Yeah, we can't really use that anymore, can we? Pumpkin Sai has asked for a 3x3 where you have to take a shower to open it. So I'm trapped here in the bathroom, and right now there's no way out. There's a shower over here, but if I stand inside it, the door's not opening. There's no way of cheating this system. I actually have to turn the shower on and get inside it. It's terrifying, I know. Okay, so here goes. Turning the shower on. I guess that will do. So I'll just stand inside then, and we can get all clean, I guess. Okay, now that I'm all squeaky clean, we can finally escape to the middle of nowhere. Blue Bass D has asked for a normal wooden door, but when you open it, it opens the wall the door is placed in. So here we have another perfectly normal looking house. Nothing to see here. See? Nothing. And when I stand on this pressure plate to open the door, well, that's one way of opening it, I guess. And if I stand on this pressure plate inside, yeah, that would explain it. Wait, there aren't any stairs going up to the next floor. What's even up here? Ah, okay, maybe this house isn't as normal as I thought. Jesus Christ, great name by the way, has asked for a walk-on-waterinator, which moves the glass underneath wherever the player walks, giving the illusion that the player's walking on water. I guess the username checks out, so there isn't really a way to make glass just appear under the player's feet on demand, unless you use command blocks, but I think this is the next best thing. Okay, I think my walk-on-water powers only work for halfway. Let's try this again.
Nope.
It's having a bit of a day off, it seems. No, yeah, maybe, no. It kind of has a mind of its own. See, now it's just working fine, but other times it just doesn't want to work. So underneath, I've just got sculk sensors with pistons above them, and those pistons have slime blocks which lift up a bunch of sand. And then the sculk sensors are surrounded by a ton of wool to make sure they don't trigger each other. If I get rid of the wool, then this happens. Although, to be fair, that is kind of cool, but now we've kind of gone from walking on water to quicksand. Knight says, I've always wanted to see what a Steve cannon looks like. There's still a few Steves left in here. Novax1 says, you should make a piston door that runs away from you if you try to open it. I kind of already did that in the April Fool's snapshot. Yeah. Electroencephalogram says, make an electroencephalogram. Username checks out, I guess. And if you're wondering what the hell an electroencephalogram is, it's that weird thing doctors make you wear to measure your brain activity. So here I am in the doctor's office. I just need to take this hat and then put it on my head. And now we just need to wait and let the scan do its thing. So any second now, there should be a line going across the screen, indicating any signs of brain activity. Any signs of brain activity. Is this thing on? The machine must be broken. Yeah, that's it.